Hello, I'm Paul. I'm organizer of the Clearwater Ron Paul Meetup Group. Just a quick synopsis of what happened. We found out there was a straw poll. 1,200 tickets were going to be printed up. We bought some of them. Other camps bought some of them. That way we could have the tickets available. 1,200 tickets. After those were sold, they printed up another 1,000 tickets. Another 1,000 tickets all of a sudden are available. So that was kind of odd. Then, instead of having just one person vote per ticket, they worked it out to where you can vote as many times as you wanted. This one person could go up and vote 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. I hear some people voted 80 times. Kids were voting, 5-year-old kids. So just it was not with the whole idea of a straw poll to find out the strength of an organization. I'll show you the definition of a straw poll up here too. So that's what happened. Sophie's going to explain a little bit more detail what happened, and they were just trying to get integrity into the Republican Party.
Hi, I'm Sophie Lefebvre, and I'm part of the Clearwater Meetup Group here in Pinellas County, Florida. And I wanted to share with you some information in regards to what happened with our official Florida straw poll that just happened in November 2007. I purchased 325 straw poll tickets because I was informed that only 1,200 were going to be available. I purchased them for our Ron Paul supporters to give out one ticket per person. We sold them at public events, and we sold them one ticket per person. Then the day of the straw poll, we went to the straw poll, and people were voting, and I was there about maybe 15-20 minutes. A bunch of people came running up to me, and they said, "You'll never guess what's going on." And I was like, "What?" And they said, Mitt Romney's people are handing out tickets, and people are voting more than once. Some people are voting 20 times. Some guy just bought 80 tickets. And I'm like, "You're kidding me." I'm like, "I thought you're only allowed to vote one ticket per person." And they're like, "Apparently not, because people are voting more than once." So the next morning I called Tony DiMatteo, and I spoke to him in regards to the straw poll and the voting machines. I talked to him about the straw poll because I had concerns the fact that people could vote more than once, and that was not the impression when we bought the tickets. And about halfway through the straw poll, people were voting 20, 30, 40 times, and I told him that wasn't okay because that wasn't a good representation of the people, and it was unacceptable. Then I talked to him about the voting machines. I had 4 people come up to me the next morning saying that they had problems with the voting machines. They tried to vote for Ron Paul, and when they went to confirm in the next screen, it came up Mitt Romney. They're nowhere close to each other, so wasn't a matter of them, accidentally hitting the wrong candidate. When they tried to talk to people to help them, nobody wanted to help them. Nobody seemed to care. They were like, "Oh well." And people were really frustrated. And I talked to Tony about that, and I said, "This isn't okay." And he told me to bring it up with the Board of Elections, and I said, "No, I'm bringing it up with you." And I also told him, I said, "Tony, this is why people don't have a lot of faith in their government, because things like this happen. And this is not okay." And I started making a big deal about it. And finally he turned around to me and said, "Sophie," he said, so Tony's exact words to me on the phone was, "If you make a big deal out of this, you will get hurt." And I was shocked. At that point, I realized that there was a lot more corruption going on than we even realized before. And this isn't the way it should be. This is supposed to be for the people, and I realized that I needed to do something about this, because there's no way that we are going to have a good party or people elected by the people if this kind of corruption exists and these kind of threats and intimidation is put upon the people so they can manipulate things, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work anymore.
So that was Sophie, and this is the type of things that we have to put up with, trying to do something for our country and trying to make our country a better place. We get threats, intimidation, and how many people run away from this, you know, and just say, well, there's nothing I can do about it. Well, you know, we're not going to do that because we care about our country too much, and we cannot say, I'm scared or I'm not going to do anything about it. The truth is, there were certain rules to the straw poll. They got changed once. They got changed again. And then to further make sure we didn't, when it got changed again and the voting machines weren't working properly. You know, I really don't care that we lost the straw poll. Frankly, we came in second. You'll watch a video following this. We had about 600 to 1,000 people there. If we weren't there, about 50 people would have shown up for the straw poll. Again, if the Ron Paul people weren't there, they'd have had a party by themselves, maybe 50 people, okay? So there actually is a lot of people who care about the party and care about the country. And that's what's important to me. The straw poll it's a straw poll. It doesn't really matter anything. We got 500 something votes. Romney got $800. We actually paid for all of ours individually, $20 a piece. And they were just given the tickets by the Romney campaign. But the reason why we're doing this is because we care about the country. And there's no way that the Republican Party or any party is going to get bigger, stronger, or have any integrity whatsoever and any truth to it when Gestapo techniques like this are used against its own members. And that's corruption. And that's what we want to get rid of in politics. We want to bring truth and honesty to politics again. Okay? So we just want the right thing to happen. Out.
I want honest government that we all can trust.
All right, now I'm going to show you proof of what happened at the straw poll. Watch this. Hey, you want to know the truth? How many times you voting?
I'm only voting once.
Once? How many times you voting?
Often.
Often? All right.
As I can. He's voting
So you're voting
Chicago style.
You're voting
style.
lots of times for Mitt. Okay. Wow. And how many times you vote for Ron Paul? How many times you vote for Ron Paul?
One.
How many times you vote for Ron Paul?
One man, one vote.
Now, let me guess one more time. How many times you voting for Mitt?
As many times as I can.
Wow. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you there.
Often.
Often?
O-F-T-E-N.
For who?
The best candidate.
Mitt Romney, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good luck.
Go, Ron.
Who are you voting for? Ron Paul?
I'm voting for one.
One time? How many times are you allowed to vote?
That away.
You don't want to be on camera. Hey, you guys, how many times are you allowed to vote?
As many tickets as you have, sir. 10 at a time.
All right. Voting for?
Ron Paul.
How many times?
Just once.
Just once. Wow, that's interesting. That's a new idea. Hello, who are you voting for?
Oh, I was going to vote for Ron Paul.
Ah, good idea. Who are you voting for?
There you go, you get one. What do I do? Give it to them.
I'll answer that question for you. Who are you voting for?
Ron Paul.
How many times?
Once.
Who you voting for?
100 times, Ron Paul.
100 times? Yeah, I got you.
Ron Paul once.
Mitt Romney?
Romney.
How many times?
Hey, as many as you want.
As many as you want. Nice. All right. Who'd you vote for?
Yeah, I voted for Ron Paul, and I left my sticker on, unlike him who voted for Mitt and took his off so he could go through again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Is that fair?
Maybe that's how the rules are here. I don't know. I don't think so. But nobody asked me to make a rule.